The man hit by a car on Old Highway 91 has been identified. A man arrested for picking up a missing juvenile from Layton City. And more rain coming to southern Utah.
You're watching St. George News at 5.
Good afternoon, I'm Christy Langenheim. The man who rolled his car off Old Highway 91 and was later struck and killed by an oncoming car has been identified as 36-year-old Robert Anderson of St. George. Several people pulled over to check on Anderson and his SUV. Anderson reportedly attempted to enter their vehicles and demanded to be taken to Las Vegas, Nevada. He couldn't gain entry into any of the vehicles, so he instead laid down in the middle of the southbound lane, where he was later struck by a vehicle headed to Mesquite and pronounced dead at the scene. No charges or citations have been reported as of now, and police are saying that this investigation could take weeks or even longer due to the nature of the incidents. Locals had already known of Anderson due to an incident back in 2022, where he was arrested and later convicted of aggravated child abuse of a toddler. A former Davis County police officer, 57-year-old Philip Rogers, was apprehended by a Washington County Sheriff's deputy for allegedly picking up a juvenile from Layton City. Rogers, who was already under investigation for this specific case, was located while eating at a restaurant just off I-15 near the Sun River exit in St. George. He was found in possession of a gun, his old police badge, a single condom, and THC edibles, and intended to transport the minor to Las Vegas. Further investigation uncovered additional condoms inside of his vehicle. Rogers faces multiple charges, including possession of a firearm, harboring a runaway, possession of marijuana, and potential felony charges relating to enticing a minor in Layton City. Experiencing frustration with a fellow driver is a fairly typical occurrence on the road for many individuals. However, a new bill in Utah aims to impose penalties on aggressive drivers. Here's Jesse Bang with more on the bill and why you should take a deep breath before taking aggressive action while behind the wheel.
In the 2024 Utah Legislature, Bill HB 30, Road Rage Amendments, it aims to identify road rage, impose fines, and create mandatory jail time or probation for offenders. Utah House Representative Paul Cutler, who sponsors the bill, said 2 factors are required to obtain road rage enhancements. First, the driver must commit a traffic violation or a criminal offense such as reckless driving or assault. Second, there must be an intent to endanger or intimidate another driver or escalate an incident that can be proven by prosecutors. An additional $500 fine will be added to lesser traffic offenses, and more serious offenses, such as reckless driving, would be moved from a Class B misdemeanor to a Class A misdemeanor, moving the case from Justice Court to District Court with an additional $750 fine. Jail time or probation would be likely. Cutler said the purpose of the bill is to keep families safe on the road and prevent further crashes and deaths.
Thanks, Jesse. It's been rainy and gloomy this past week, and Mother Nature is sending a lot more towards southern Utah. The weather pattern is continuing, and the winter storm warning is in effect until Thursday for several Utah counties. Cedar City should expect heavy snow and strong winds, and St. George will continue to see lots of rain. If you're going to be driving in these harsh weather conditions, the Utah Department of Transportation says to take necessary precautions by keeping extra supplies in your vehicle and slowing down. A local artist discovered her passion for art following the loss of a beloved family member. Let's hear from Jessie Bang as she shares the remarkable journey of this inspiring artist.
Camille Nyberg wasn't always an artist. In fact, she didn't discover her hidden talents until she was 43 years old, following the tragic loss of her mother.
Art, for me, has been a tremendous outlet. It's all about being able to put the cares of the day, either joy or sad or anything, to just pour that into the art. And it's something amazing happens with it. I call it magical, but it's also just its own version of happiness.
Her father also died just 4 days before her interview with St. George News.
This is the first picture since my dad's been gone, but I think he and my mom both got to see it.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. I'm Christy Langenheim with St. George News, your #1 source for local news.
This has been St. George News at 5.